There is a quiet power within you that responds faithfully to the pictures you hold and the truths you repeat to yourself. When you desire to manifest a specific person, you are not trying to force the world to bend or to convince someone to choose you. You are turning inward to the only place where all creation begins. You are stepping into the realm where imagination is not fantasy, but the blueprint of reality. The moment you choose the feeling of being loved by that person, the moment you accept that your connection already exists in the unseen, everything begins to shift in your favor. Do not chase, do not plead, do not wait anxiously. Instead, become the version of yourself who is already chosen, already valued, already deeply appreciated by the person you want. Close your eyes and allow yourself to feel the warmth of their presence, the sound of their laughter, the tenderness in their voice when they speak your name. Let your mind accept this as truth long before your physical world echoes it. The world simply mirrors your internal acceptance, your inner claim of what is already yours. You must understand that a specific person is not outside your reach, not separate from your inner world. Every relationship in your life is shaped by the stories you tell yourself, the assumptions you repeat, and the energy you consistently embody. If you assume they do not care, the world reflects indifference. If you assume they are distant, reality echoes that distance. But if you assume they adore you, that they think of you often, that they feel drawn to you with an unexplainable pull, life rearranges itself to honor the assumption you have chosen. So let your inner conversations become the bridge between where you stand and where you want to be. Speak inwardly as if the relationship is already alive. Hear their voice telling you how much you mean to them. Imagine their arms wrapped around you, the comfort of knowing that you are their first thought in the morning and their last thought at night. Each time your mind wanders to doubt or insecurity, gently bring it back and replace the old story with the new one. You are not affirming to convince the universe. You are affirming to remind yourself of the truth you have claimed. Your desire for this specific person is not random. It carries meaning. It arises because somewhere within you, the potential of that relationship already exists. You do not desire what you cannot have. You desire what is already aligned with you on an unseen level. Trust that desire. Honor it. Hold it with confidence instead of fear. You are not creating the connection, you are awakening it. Relax into the knowing that your specific person feels you, senses you, thinks about you more than you realize. The energy you send out in the silence of your mind reaches them effortlessly. When you imagine being loved by them, you are not imagining alone. Your inner world is speaking directly to their heart. And hearts hear in ways words never could. When you embody certainty, their behavior shifts to match the new relationship you have claimed within yourself. Let your state of being become magnetic. Move through your day as someone who is already loved, already wanted, already cherished. Do not look at the current circumstances as proof of what is or isn't possible. Circumstances are temporary shadows, not permanent truths. They dissolve the moment you choose a new inner reality. Your specific person does not need to change, your assumptions do. The moment you shift your inner story, the outer world follows with precise obedience. So breathe deeply and let the feeling of being with them expand in your chest. Let your imagination wrap you in the reality you desire. Let your heart experience it so fully that your body relaxes as though it is already happening. That is the key. Not longing, but living. Not hoping, but knowing. Not wishing, but claiming. Your mind is the place where relationships are formed long before you ever hold them in your hands. When you choose the version of reality where your specific person loves you, chooses you, and moves toward you with clarity and intention, you call that version forward. You awaken the path that leads directly to your desired connection. Hold the vision gently but firmly, and allow life to deliver what you have created within. You do not desire anything that does not already have a spiritual equivalent waiting for expression. The moment the desire was born within you, the path to its fulfillment was born as well. Your role is not to struggle, not to question when or how it will happen, but to nourish the feeling of being loved by this person as if it is the most natural thing in the world. Feel it as you breathe. Feel it as you move through your day. Let your inner world become saturated with the certainty that you are meant to experience this connection. When you manifest a specific person, you are not manipulating someone's will. You are aligning with the version of them that already loves you, already chooses you, already recognizes the beauty of your presence in their life. Every person has infinite versions, infinite expressions, infinite states of being, and the one you experience is the one you internally select. Choose the version that matches the love you desire. Choose the version who longs for you, appreciates you, respects you, and feels a natural pull toward you. The moment you accept this version as real, you call it forth. Let your imagination become your sanctuary. Each night, before sleep, enter the scene that implies your desire is fulfilled. Perhaps you are holding hands with them, walking beside them while the world feels soft and gentle. Perhaps you are sitting together in comfortable silence, a silence that speaks louder than words. Perhaps they are looking into your eyes with that unmistakable tenderness that only two hearts aligned can understand. Do not imagine as a spectator. Imagine as a participant. Feel the weight of their arm around you. Feel their breath warm against your skin. Feel the closeness that only love can create. If you persist in this feeling, your outer world must conform. When your mind tries to return to doubt, when fears whisper that you are asking for too much, stand firm. You are not asking for anything outside of you. You are choosing an experience that already exists in the realm of possibility. You are selecting the timeline where this person is already yours. Doubt is nothing more than an old story attempting to survive. It holds no real power unless you surrender to it. When you feel anxiety, gently remind yourself, my inner world creates my outer world. My assumption is what shapes my relationships. My chosen story becomes the truth I live. The more you practice the feeling of being loved, the more natural it becomes. You will begin to walk differently, breathe differently, speak differently. There will be a quiet confidence in your energy, an inner knowing that no one can disturb. You will no longer look for signs because you will feel the truth so deeply that the physical world becomes secondary. And ironically, once you stop searching for proof, life begins to overflow with it. Messages appear out of nowhere. Opportunities for connection arise effortlessly. The person you desire feels a pull toward you without understanding why. It is the power of alignment, the magnetic pull of your chosen reality. If your history with this person includes pain, misunderstandings, or distance, let it go. The past does not exist unless you recreate it through memory and emotion. Every time you revisit the old story, you give it life again. Release it completely. You are not manifesting from your past. You are manifesting from your chosen state. No matter what has happened before, You have the power to rewrite the energetic blueprint of your relationship. See them as capable of loving you fully. See yourself as deserving of that love. Feel the relief of letting the past dissolve and stepping into a new beginning. Do not worry about what the physical world shows you right now. Reality has a delay, a lag, a moment between your inner shift and its outer reflection. If the person seems distant, assume they are thinking of you. If they are silent, assume they are processing their feelings. If they are busy, assume you are still present in their heart. Your assumption is the seed. The physical world is simply the soil in which it grows. Be patient with yourself and the process. Everything you desire is unfolding, even when you cannot yet see it. Manifestation is not about intensity, it is about consistency. You do not need to force intense emotions every moment of the day. You simply need to return again and again to the inner knowing that you are loved. Keep the inner conversation warm. Keep the inner image alive. Keep the inner feeling steady. When your thoughts drift, guide them back gently. When fear arises, replace it lovingly. When impatience appears, breathe and remind yourself that your desire is already yours in the unseen. You are simply aligning with it until it becomes the only truth your world can reflect. You must become the version of yourself who is loved, cherished, and valued. Not for them, but for you. The more you step into this version of yourself, the more naturally you attract every form of love you desire. This is not pretending, this is choosing. This is claiming. This is stepping into your inherent power. The power to decide who you are in the story of your life. And when you decide that you are someone who is deeply loved by the person you want, reality bends to match that decision. Feel their affection as if it is already yours. Feel their presence in your life. Feel the comfort of belonging. Feel the warmth of connection. Feel the joy of knowing that love is not something you chase, but something you embody. Every time you choose love over fear, alignment over doubt, confidence over insecurity, you are calling your desire closer. Every time you speak inwardly with tenderness and clarity, you are shaping the version of reality you will soon walk into. You are not waiting for this person. You are becoming the version of you who naturally attracts them. And in this becoming, the entire universe rearranges itself to deliver the reflection of your inner transformation. That is the power of true manifestation. It is rooted not in longing, but in being. Not in wanting, but in knowing. Not in striving, but in receiving. Let your heart soften into the feeling of already having what you desire. Let your mind rest in the assurance that your inner world is the creator of your relationships. Let your energy rise to match the love you wish to experience. And know without doubt that the moment you embody the version of yourself who is loved by this specific person, the world will mirror your choice. Because everything, from a single thought to the deepest relationship, begins within you. And everything that begins within you must eventually express itself around you. And as you ease into this chosen state, you will notice something remarkable unfolding within you. The desire that once felt distant begins to feel familiar, almost natural, like something you have always known. This is the sign that you are aligning, that your inner world has accepted the relationship as truth. When your inner acceptance becomes stronger than your outer observations, the manifestation becomes inevitable. The world does not resist you, it simply reflects you. And the moment you stabilize in the feeling of being loved by your specific person, reality has no choice but to echo it. Let your mind become the architect of a new story. Picture the moments you desire not as distant fantasies, but as lived memories stored in your heart. Imagine the way your specific person looks at you when they realize how deeply they care. Feel the softness in their voice when they speak to you, not out of obligation, but out of genuine affection. Feel the subtle but powerful comfort of knowing you matter to them. These feelings are not empty illusions. They are the language of creation. Every emotion carries an energy that moves quietly through the unseen, shaping the events that will eventually appear before you. You are not manifesting by forcing action in the outer world. You are manifesting by tuning your inner world to the frequency of love. When you hold the feeling with calm certainty, you send out a signal that aligns perfectly with the version of reality you want. Like a magnet, you draw that version toward you. This is why desperation creates distance, but confidence draws closeness. When you panic, you send out an energy of lack. When you trust, you send out an energy of abundance. And love always responds to abundance. Allow yourself to become receptive. Let love flow toward you without demanding, without clinging, without fear. You do not need to question their silence, their actions, or their timing. Everything is unfolding behind the scenes. Even when nothing appears to be happening, the energy is shifting. Your specific person is slowly aligning with the reality you are becoming. They may not understand why they suddenly think of you more often, why they feel drawn to revisit memories, why your name pops into their mind unexpectedly. They may not consciously realize it, but your inner work is moving through them gently, calling them forward. When you wake in the morning, begin your day with the feeling of being loved. Let this feeling accompany you as you move through each moment, as you drink your coffee, as you walk, as you work, as you rest. Each time your mind looks for evidence, remind yourself that the evidence is created by the state you occupy, not the other way around. Your inner state comes first. The world follows. There will be moments when doubt tries to creep back in. This is normal. It is an old pattern simply trying to survive. But you are no longer living in the old story. You are stepping into a higher version of yourself, one who knows the power of the inner world, one who understands that relationships are shaped by assumption, not circumstance. Each time doubt appears, treat it with kindness. Do not fight it. Instead, softly redirect your mind toward the chosen reality. Whisper inwardly, I am loved, I am chosen, I am valued. This relationship is mine. The more you soothe yourself, the more your inner being relaxes. And when you are relaxed, you become aligned. When you are aligned, you become magnetic. And when you become magnetic, everything you desire moves toward you effortlessly. Your specific person is not out of reach. They are connected to you through the invisible thread of consciousness. Every thought you send inwardly, every emotion you cultivate, every assumption you accept, these are the signals that travel directly to them. You do not need to communicate physically to shift the relationship. You communicate spiritually every time you choose love within yourself. And spiritual communication is far more powerful and far more influential than anything words could ever achieve. When you visualize your specific person, do not analyze whether the scene is realistic. Simply feel the essence of the moment. Feel the intimacy of their presence. Feel the love that exists beyond explanation. Feel the joy of finally being embraced by the person you desire. This feeling is the substance from which your manifestation is built. The more vividly you feel it, the more quickly it will materialize. Imagine the way their hand fits into yours. Imagine the warmth of their smile when they see you. Imagine the comfort of sitting beside them as if the entire world disappears. Let these moments fill your heart. Do not rush. Do not force. Let the scene unfold naturally. Let it feel easy, peaceful, real. When the feeling becomes familiar, you know your inner world has accepted it. And once your inner world accepts a truth, the outer world must follow. Manifestation is not about convincing someone to choose you. It is about becoming the version of yourself who is already chosen. It is about stepping into a state where love is your natural home. When you become this version of yourself, the world responds in perfect harmony. Your specific person will feel the change even before you see it physically. They will feel drawn to you. They will feel safe with you. They will feel a sense of connection that is difficult to explain. They may find themselves wanting to reach out, wanting to reconnect, wanting to know more about you. This is not coincidence. This is the result of your inner shift. If the relationship has felt complicated or confusing, let go of that complexity. Manifestation is simple. It is the repetition of feeling. It is the choosing of a new story. It is the acceptance of a new truth. The moment you stop identifying with the old version of the relationship, the old version dissolves. You are not bound to the past, no matter how strong it feels. You are free to choose again. You are free to create a new beginning. You are free to be loved in the way you have always deserved. Do not wait for them to change before you choose a new assumption. Do not wait for a message before you feel chosen. Do not wait for an apology before you heal. Healing comes from within. Change comes from within. Alignment comes from within. And when you shift within, everything shifts without. Feel the love as if it is already here. Enjoy it. Live in it. Welcome it. The more you embrace the feeling, the more real it becomes. And soon, the line between imagination and reality begins to blur. Moments you once imagined begin to appear in your life effortlessly. Conversations unfold exactly as you envisioned them. Signs appear without you seeking them. The person you love shows up with a softness you always knew existed. And you will realize that nothing was ever out of reach. The moment you believed in the reality within, the world began preparing the reflection without. Your specific person is not coming. They are aligning, they are not deciding, they are awakening to the connection that already exists. You have chosen the version of reality where love is yours, and the universe is simply catching up to your decision. And now you stand at the threshold of your own power, no longer searching outside yourself for signs, no longer chasing love as if it was something separate from you. You have learned to turn inward, to claim the reality that already belongs to you, to let your inner world speak the truth long before the outer world reflects it. Hold this knowing gently, but firmly. You are worthy of the love you desire, you are deserving of the person you want, and you are capable of creating the relationship your heart has imagined. The moment you choose the feeling of being loved, the moment you allow yourself to believe it fully, everything around you begins to shift in your favor. Walk forward with that confidence. Live from that certainty. Let your inner world become the foundation upon which your greatest love story unfolds. The person you desire is not drifting away. They are being drawn closer each time you return to the truth of who you are. Step into that truth now. Let love come to you naturally, inevitably, beautifully, exactly as you have seen it within.